Carabao Cup. And it was an interesting game. I did a watch along for that. If you missed it as well, you can check it in the comment section. But it was an interesting game. Really did enjoy the game. I think a lot of people can actually agree with me when we say we really did enjoy the game. It was an amazing game, and in the end, Jose Mourinho's team, or should I say Tottenham, found a way of winning and getting something, at least a point in the game. So, like we always tell you, you might hate Jose's tactics or whatever he does, but he is a winner. He will get you something when you need something, and that's what he proved again when it was when he was playing for this team. He did show that he is a good strategist. Played with Lampard with the lesser team, then made some few interesting substitutes in the end to actually come back and dominate and win something in this game, which was an amazing game. Totally respected the man, but at the same time, a little bit worried about Chelsea. Oh, why am I worried? Tottenham have not done business like what Chelsea has done, and in the book, looking at the teams that were the team sheets, Tottenham had less of a better team than what Chelsea did. Lampard deserved to win that game. Deserved to win that game. People might talk about it. Oh yeah, we lost in the penalty. Yes, you lost in the penalty, but that's not the case we are talking about here. This game should not even went to the penalty. We didn't expect the game to go to the penalties like it did, and Lampard lost there. If you look at the thumbnail that is there, that I put there, I did put a Tottenham player who I have to say in my case did impress me. It was his debut game, I believe so. Yeah, I believe it was his debut game. He did perform so amazingly well, showed why he is there to actually do something for the club. He was all over, guys. The energy that the kid has, it was like I was watching Andy Robertson, but I have to say Robertson is a little bit faster than him in a way. I don't know. We haven't checked this out. It's his debut game. We'll wait and watch what he can do. But the Reggie loan, I see why Manchester United wanted him. And at the same time, I got to notice why Tottenham had to do whatever they did to get the deal done. Because I have to tell you, that kid is just amazing. You need to respect, because he has a lot to offer to the team, and he did prove that. So, Tottenham wins in penalty, which I knew they were going to win. Chelsea had a debut for their new goalkeeper, Edison Mendy, who I have to say is an upgrade to Kepa, because some of the things that he did over there, it was just amazing. I feel like with Chelsea at the moment, it's not the signings that are going wrong for them at the moment. What is going wrong with Chelsea is the manager. I'm sorry that I have to. I'm not being a hater of Frank. I don't even have like what other Chelsea fans think whenever we talk about Lampard. I'm not being a Lampard hater. I'm just saying that he needs to learn to set his team, and he has a proper team that he knows that whenever he puts this team, they get the job done. No matter where, no matter what, they get the job done. That's what I think he needs to. He has to sit down and see which one is his best 11. People might say that Hakim Ziyech and Pulisic are yet not back from the injuries that they are at. So we are not yet sure, or he's not even yet sure which one is his best team. But even though, you still have a lot of players. Timo Werner, Hakim Hernandez, and all the players that are there. There are a lot of players that are there in Frank Lampard's team to choose from and actually get something from the game. Why didn't he choose at least one of them? Why didn't he did something like show up into the game like what we all expected him to do? I felt like in a way he disappointed the fans, because as much as you Chelsea fans said that you are after to win the Premier League, not Champions League. Yes, you're in the Champions League. Let's not forget that. I don't want to disrespect the club. But as much as you are after to at least finish in the top four, winning these small trophies like the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, they count because they give you something. At least you hold silverware at the end of the season, which shows that as a big team that has been bought, with the new players that have been introduced, you are still holding something, which proves that you have actually what managed to get something as a team. So I feel like he needs to work on that, Frank Lampard, because he's left with the FA Cup, and if he doesn't do something about it, he's going to suffer again the same fate he went through in the Carabao Cup, losing on the game, and that won't go so well with him. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the game, guys, because that's all that counts, what he has to provide in the game. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. What can you say about Jose and Mourinho and Frank Lampard in this game? What are your take? What can you take out as a Tottenham fan, as a Chelsea fan, or as a neutral who's just watching football? What can you say after watching this game? What did you take, and which player impressed you? Put them in the comment section. I want to know from you. And again, if you are tuning in for the first time, guys, do us a favor, or maybe you are tuning for the second or third time but you haven't subscribed, please do us a favor, guys. Please click the subscribe button. We need your support. We need you guys to turn up so that we grow as a family in the Football Connect. That's the best way you help us. But we are gonna continue to analyze the game before we move on to the game that is gonna be played today, that I've already set a reminder. You can see it there, the next game that is coming. All those things are just playing a part to lead to where we are going. So just help us by doing that, guys. That's the best way you help us, by clicking the subscribe button and sharing this video on your social media. That is the other way you help us as well. So please do that right now. Click, share, and subscribe. Like I just said, subscribe. That is the other way you help us. So let's continue. Let me start with Frank Lampard, if I may say, because I still have a lot of things to say about this team. But this time I'm doing it differently now, because I'm introducing his team to you so that you look at the team that was set by Frank Lampard against this Tottenham side, which shocked the world, if we might say, by winning against a Frank Lampard team. But people like me, people like me, after watching the West Brom game, I was actually curious to see if Chelsea were going to get something out of this game, and like something has been proven to me that they didn't get anything in the game like I expected, and we'll wait and see what happens in terms of why the fans react. I know there will always be people who try to cover and say a lot of things about whatever that happened in the game. We are not of that today. We are not going to focus on that. We want to talk straightforward about the team and the good thing of the team. So like I'm saying, I'm about to move you to my screen. Let me set that right now. I want to put on the game team that was there live. I think I just went to the wrong place. Let me fix that as well. That was a nice game though. It was a nice game, I have to say. My piece is loading slowly, but let me just put it in the put it for you guys so that you see what I'm working with now, what I'm talking about, if I may say, whatever I'm talking about. So this was the game. The game was played at the ground of Tottenham, the new ground. Everyone knows that. Tell me you know that, because I know that everyone has to know that ground. That was where the game was played. Oh my god, I'm having some problems here, guys. A little bit of technical difficulties, if I may say that, but I think it's almost about to be sorted. Chelsea, Tottenham. What a game. Yeah, match center. And I think you already know, you know the application that I work with every time, guys. I don't have to keep saying it or say something about it. Okay, so this is it. As I wait for the team to open up, I think you are seeing what I'm seeing here. Yes, as I wait for the screen to open up, let me hear from you. I want to hear you in the comment section what you are expecting and what impressed you in this game, because that all plays a part, or it plays a role in terms of whatever we are trying to create here. So let me hear in the comment section what impressed you. Lamela took the man of the match in this case, but for me it's not Lamela the man of the match. Oh, I think he's the one who was dominant in terms of stats, but the man of the match, I think it was Reguilon or Region. I don't know. Do you pronounce him as Region or Reguilon? I think it's Reguilon, right? Yeah, I think it's Reguilon. Region. Oh, just enjoying myself here. So this is how the game was set up. This is how the game was set up. Oh my god, I can't believe this thing is actually this slow now. But it's okay, I think we can get our things set up. This is how the game was set up. The game started with Loris, Region, Dyer. Dyer, we had to go out to the toilet. We are not going to talk about that. And Adivira, then Uria. Oh, nice debut for Uria. It has been such a long time without seeing him playing. Then there was, who was it? It was Fernandez, I think. No, Tangan. Oh, there was Tanganda as well. I think, where was Tanganda? He was playing in the middle, right? Tanganda, Sissoko, then Morad, Undumbele, Lamela, then the last one was Bagwai, or Stephen Bagwai, if I may say. No, where there was Mora, there was Bagwai, and where there was Kane, there was Fernandez. That's how the team was set up, I believe. Yeah, I think that's how it was set up. Yes, let me see. Okay, Kane, Stephen Bagwai, Lucas Moreira, like I was saying, and oh, okay. So this was team, and for Chelsea it was Mendy, Azpilicueta, Tamore. Tamore had a good game though, guys. Zuma, Edison, then Jorginho and Kante came in for Kovacic. Is it Kovacic? Kovacic. There's no T there, so Kovacic, I think. And then there was Werner, Mount, and the Hudson Odoi. What a player. Odoi, guys. Odoi. Then there was the last one but not least, Giroud, who got out for Abraham, Tammy Abraham, if we may say. We watched the game, guys, and first half, the whole game, I have to say this to those who didn't watch the game, if I may say, Chelsea did dominate the game. Left and right, they were dominating the game, showing up that they're actually the better team in this game. They were showing the movement and everything that were happening, the passes, and how every movement of the game was making sense for Chelsea. They were dominating the game. Tottenham, you might say, with the way they set up that team, you cannot be really impressed with what you're seeing if you're just somebody who was watching, not because you support any of the team, but you're just watching it for fun. I think you were not going to be impressed with the way Tottenham were playing, but what people didn't know, Jose had a plan, and it worked up so well for him. If I say, did work out for him so well for him, because he knew when to take out the players and to put new players and to make sure that the new players make something count in this game, and that worked up very well for him, and they won something. A little bit here, guys. Let me not forget to remind you. Is it a ninja rum? I have gum problems, so it's, you see, I'm just swallowing it. It's really painful, but I think I'm healing now because I can actually talk now, which wasn't possible. So click subscribe if you're just joining us, guys. Show your appreciation. Like this video if you enjoy what we're talking about here. Just show your appreciation. That's the best way you can help us in growing this channel. I say. So that's how the game was like. I don't want to lie to you, it was an enjoyable game. I did really enjoy the game. I watched it from the beginning to the end, and I was giving my reaction, my thing, and from people who might have watch along with me. It was I didn't try to hide my emotions that I was supporting Tottenham in the game, which will surprise a lot of people who watches the stream, who knows me. I was supporting Tottenham over Chelsea. Reason why I was supporting Tottenham, because I felt like they were the smaller team in this game, and as much as maybe there were few people who were watching the game, let me be just one of those people who are additional to aid in the game. And I knew Chelsea was going to turn up, and I expected Chelsea to prove me wrong in terms of whatever I had said or whatever that I had said before about them in the past videos that I did about them. I expected them to win, at least to compete for this cup. Chelsea to compete for this cup. But it seems like, again, the coach's tactics got them wrong. Mason Mount. Nobody deserves to be hurting on the kid for missing out the penalty. Nobody. bad, like bloody. No, no, like listen to me. I'm a rival. I don't even like this thing, but nobody from Mount leave the kid alone. Reason why I'm saying leave the kid alone. He is good. He is good talent. He plays so well, but I think the problem is not with Mount. The problem is with the manager. I think he's overusing the young kid. He needs to give the kid some time to rest. Frank Lampard needs to give Mason Mount some time to rest. Playing him on each and every day like it's N'Golo Kante, who has been in this game for such a long time and who has went through the trials and the tribulation and everything. He understands the game. He knows how to control his energy. Is that what I'm even saying? Making correct. He knows how to control his energy, that whenever he plays in a game, he knows how much to put on a game and save for the other game. That doesn't help for a little kid as Mason Mount. He has played the last 5 games. Is it now 5 games for Chelsea? I'm not really sure. I think 5 games, and he has played them all full 90 minutes this season. Not last season, this season. Frank, you are destroying a kid. You need to give him time to rest. As much as he is good talent, and we all know that he's good talent, please give him time to rest. I feel like he needs to do that, because using the kid that much, it's gonna make the kid, it's gonna destroy the kid. Let me tell you an example of why I'm saying the danger of this. Let me just back a little bit, or let me just remind you of something that happened that people never noticed in the time when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer joined Manchester United, when he was still the caretaker coach after Jose Mourinho was fired. You remember there was a young kid who was exciting, and I think sometimes he's now so low, but he's still exciting, in the name of Marcus Rashford. He was still young, and what happened is that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer used the kid so much until he just became ordinary. Because he was tired, mentally tired, physically tired. And Frank Lampard, if you continue doing this to this kid, it's going to make him self-destruct. Let the kid rest. Let the kid rest, please. I have to say this one. I think if you want to complain about Mount, you should not be complaining about him missing the penalty or whatever he did. Complain saying that, Frank Lampard, please let the kid rest. Give him time to actually see the sunlight, whatever that means. But I'm saying they have to let the kid rest, because they cannot be putting too much pressure on him. As much as he's growing up in this world of football, he has to have a limit of how much he does the thing so that he grows. Yes, I understand that most of your players are out on injuries, and we understand, but look at how you are using Mount. He's playing on the wings. He's playing on the central. Like in this game, he was on the central. He's playing as a forward sometimes, like as a forward. You are using him just a lot. And all these positions, they have people. Here you would have maybe put Loftus-Cheek, but we don't really know, because there are rumors that Loftus-Cheek could be leaving Chelsea, like what just happened. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, what is his name? Ross Barkley have left Chelsea on a season-long loan. So let's talk about the depth of the squad. That's the depth of the squad going down there, like underneath down. I'm just reminding the Chelsea fans to watch their mouth before they say things they will regret. Okay, so like I'm saying, let the kid rest. There are other players that can play in the team. There are a lot of players who deserve to be in the game. Who else? If Barkley was not there, and Loftus-Cheek might be going. Kante was outside, Kovacic. So imagine if you had put Kante, Kovacic, then you made sure that the kid is resting. At the same time, there was Kai Havertz, who's a central mid. Maybe put him as he's a winger, right? Maybe put him a little bit, then try to rotate and see what happens. Zuma is wanted by other clubs, and Chelsea are thinking of letting him go, because they are thinking that they bought Thiago Silva, who was a little shaky in the game against West Brom in the Premier League game. I thought this was the best game in the Carabao Cup to actually make the old time again. He's confident and prepared to actually play football. But guess what? Frank Lampard decided to put Tomori. Oh, no hating on Tomori that he got time. No, it was good that he got time. But if you want Zuma to be the player who looks who becomes the best player for you, who takes you to another level. I think these were the games you should have given him for him to at least gain confidence. That's what everyone does. Let me talk about, remember in Liverpool, let me give you an example. We were playing that weird team that we were playing. I don't remember. Lincoln. It's not a weird team, by the way. Sorry to the Lincoln fan. We were playing Lincoln, and Jurgen Klopp did put, guess what? Who's this guy? Diego Jota. And Diego Jota played this game, not the whole game. He played the game at least to gain confidence. Why didn't Lampard do that? There are players in his team who are still new, who are still yet to gain confidence. Look what the game that Kai Havertz scored a hat-trick did for him. It gave him confidence. Why didn't you put him in this game playing with a rival of Chelsea, of Tottenham, a team where you can actually challenge and put the player under test, and in that test, no people exactly on this planet Earth will put their eyes on the player and try to disturb him like they always do in the Premier League games. Why didn't you put him in there so that he actually tried to gain more experience with the Premier League team that is already known, one of the top 6? I'm just saying, I don't know where you are going to put him, but why didn't you do that? And Hodoi, one thing, now I'm talking about the good things now. I was happy that he did put Hodoi. Reason why I was happy that he did put Hodoi, because Hodoi needed game time, and that gives confidence to the young kid, because I have to say, in the whole game, Hodoi was actually the best player in the Chelsea team. I don't know if you disagree or agree with me. I felt like he was doing so good. And Timo Werner, I think his rating went high because he scored a goal. Jorginho, I think he was doing the passes in the middle. Then Azpilicueta because of the defensive and the attacking. Chilwell. Yeah, there's another player who made a debut. Chilwell played his first game for Chelsea. Interesting enough, he's good, but I think that's the reason why you had to put Emerson in the end, because you felt like as much as he's trying to get there, he's still on the process of growing to be there, to be the player you want him to be, because as much as we know Chilwell from Leicester, he's not yet stuck with the team, and they have not yet gelled as a team to actually play and produce something. So maybe that's going to take some time for them to sort that out and something comes out of this game. I don't know if I'm saying anything hurtful to the Chelsea fans, but I'm just giving you my is it normal? Should I call it normal? No, it's just my own reaction of the game, how I saw it and what I expected and how it became. So Mendy had made his debut. Let's talk about the keeper. Kepa made a lot of mistakes. Then Frank was like, let me change him in the Premier League against West Brom. Then he decided to put, you know him, the old man. What is his name? What? Somebody tell me the Chelsea goalkeeper who was playing against West Brom. The name is actually, it's literally off my head, which is weird. I know the keeper so well, but I can't put his name in my head, which is just weird. Okay, I won't waste time on that. They put Mendy and Edison Mendy for your first game against a team like Chelsea, which were not really attacking in the first half, but they did some moments where they did attack your team. You did turn up to be the best. And oh my God, Mendy is tall, guys. He is tall, like literally tall. Wow, I think he can cover the whole game. I think I see why Peter Cech chose him. Maybe he saw something in him, or maybe it reminded him of him as well. Because Cech was also a tall keeper, by the way. Oh, interesting. Even it seems like Chelsea, they go well with the tall keepers. Reminder. Let's talk about the keepers who's holding for Real Madrid right now. What's his name? What is his name? What is Chelsea's former keeper went to Real Madrid? Oh my God, I'm forgetting a lot of people, guys. But before I go, I want to read something that I hear on the comments here. They were saying, still backing Frank Lampard. Every game, Chelsea show a real moment of quality, but just can't keep it up across 90 at the moment. Keep our heads up and keep going. We have the players this season to be more clinical. Just need time for it to click. Trust in the process. And that is William Calford, which I do respect a lot. William, you are saying good things for your team, which is really admirable, and we expect that from a Chelsea fan who was not really affected by the game. And okay, It's good though. Like I'm saying, I'm agreeing with you. Yes, the team are showing a moment of quality. First half, they really did show the moment of quality, the movement on the ball, the passes, the goal, guys. Timo Werner, his first debut goal, it was amazing. It was amazing. That's what we expect from a Chelsea team that has bought 200 million worth of players. So, yeah, he's still working on something. Let's trust in the process. But losing a Carabao Cup again. Let me not talk about it. And the next comment goes, Frank Lampard. Lampard is a Chelsea legend and always will be. But at the moment, although it's early days this season, the team does not look like improving unless he buys a dominary centre half, and he will be judged on results and performance. Both need to improve. Oh, Trascali. Who's this one? This one is Ketty from London. These are all the reactions of people. I'm just reading what is written here, guys. Not writing up new stuff. But Timo Werner had his first goal. Congratulations to him, by the way. Highly appreciated. At least you are getting the thing in the Premier League. You are getting to understand the Premier League more. I just think. So, let's see. Chelsea keeper. Chelsea goalkeepers. Chelsea former goalkeeper. Okay, Peter Cech. Yes, we know about that one. Thibaut Courtois. Thibaut Courtois was toe. Kepa to his own standard is toe. And this one is toe as well. So, guys, I need to get this one a little bit. I know it will disturb you, so let me do this. So let's continue that. Sorry guys for the disturbance. So okay, that's Thibaut Courtois. I did find out about that. I was wondering who it is, by the way, and now that I know it's Thibaut Courtois. Hey, I need to stop this. This sounds professional doing these things of. No, I'll talk to that to myself. So let me hear from you guys. How did you see the game? What excited you the most about the game? And what are you expecting? Like I was just reading you on some comments from other people who were saying that there is a good team that is coming out of this team, but still you need more time to gel and actually become a stronger team. That's what I think, and that's what we saw, and that's what we should expect. So give time to this coach. Probably that's the best thing you can ever do. Giving time to Frank Lampard, let him get used to the player, let him work with the team, and maybe after some time you might get the results you are looking for. You Chelsea fans, I think you Chelsea fans. So that's all I can say. Now let's move on to the other side of the table, or the other side of the story, if I may say, in Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho has a lot of games that are being played this season. Everybody, literally everybody knows this, that Jose Mourinho is going to have a busy, busy time in this time. So what was expected of him was this: what everyone are expecting, because it has been a long time since Tottenham have actually won a cup. If I remember so, I think it's about 10 years. I think around 10 years since Tottenham won a cup. Just a cup, not like talking about any cup, just a cup. 10 straight full years. Is it? And that one was actually an FA Cup. So one thing that a lot of Tottenham fans want more than ever is at least one cup. It doesn't matter which one that comes, at least one cup. That's why they went to the baddest guy in the business who can get them that. And everyone knows here and agrees with me, Jose Mourinho is a type of manager who can get them that. And what Jose Mourinho is after this season is after the Europa Cup. We all know this one is after this is small division, the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup. But at the same time, the games were a lot for him. He played yesterday, he's playing tomorrow, and he's playing again on Sunday. Is it on Sunday against Manchester United? So there's a lot of games for him. So what did he thought of doing? He looked at his squad and he noticed that there are a lot of players who are not getting game time like on a regular basis, especially the front team. And what he decided was to put Dyer and Vieira, then Uria. It has been a long time, because remember, since the coming of Matt Doherty, that jersey has been replaced. At the same time, he wanted to see the youngster in the Reguilon who was born. He wanted to test, who was bought. I'm saying born, bought. So he wanted to test him as well. So what did he do? He put his team and put the best keeper for the business, knowing that whenever this team does break through, at least a keeper will save him in Loris careers, which makes sense, because keepers, as much as it is exhausting to be there, to be a goalkeeper, they don't really get as much tired as the team player inside the field. You understand what I mean? And he put Ndombele. It has been some time without him playing football, and he put Fernandes. I didn't even know about him until he was playing yesterday. Tanganda. It has been a long time since I've seen this young kid. I think the last time I saw was the time when he was giving problems to Sadio Mane on the Premier League game when he was still doing his debut. He's a young star and he has a lot to offer. He did that, and he made sure that most of the most important players in Son and all the players, they are rested and they are preparing for the games to come, which is the game that they're playing tomorrow. And tomorrow I have a feeling that he's going to put Deni Ali. If Deni Ali is not going out, he's going to put Deni Ali. So like what he did, he knew that he has players, a lot of players, but not the talent he knows he's going to need for the Premier League, at least to fight for the top four, like everyone is fighting for the top four now. Harry Kane, Son, Mora, they are the players who have been doing so well in terms of the top four. Son, I know he picked up a knock, so that is going to be a little time before we see what happens with him. But Kane and also Lamela gets time, but he has to come maybe later on after Mora has played a little bit. That's why he was taken out of the game early. He didn't finish the whole game. Then they put who? Because as well they need to focus on the Europa, and you never know what's going to happen in the game. And the team is set. I felt like it was okay. As much as it wasn't going to compete as much as what people were expecting in the game, it was the team he needed, because they were going to do the business he needed. The business was to frustrate Chelsea and at least get something out of this. And that's what they did. And that's what exactly worked for them. They did frustrate Chelsea and they got something out of this game. So can you really complain about that? Can you really complain about that? Because it got the game, it got them what they wanted, and it really did excite them to get exactly what they were looking for. Can you complain about that? I don't see any reason to be complaining here, because exactly they did get what they wanted, and for that I am proud of the man. The man is proving that he's a tactician and his tactics are working. Come on, he got something for you. You should be celebrating, and he's now going to the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup. The nice part about the Carabao Cup, there are only 5 games. You play, is it the 16th? Then I think you play something like early in the group 1 game, then you play the round of 16 1 game, then you play the quarterfinal 1 game, semi-final 1 game, then final, you get the cup. If you win 5 games, you already have a cup and you're celebrating. And Guardiola has been getting that one more than each and every big team in this league. But this time, this season, the big teams have come up with an idea. They are all going after those cup, because every time whenever Manchester City has a bad game, people always say that yes, but they got the Carabao Cup. But this time there's no those excuses, because each and every team in the league, they're going after each and every small cup that is there. And we have some small teams that are playing so well and fighting, like Brighton for example. So it's a competitive game this season. That's why it's so exciting to see what we're seeing in these games. So you can see that at least something is changing the mindset of this. I have to tell you, for example, a Liverpool team that I never expected that they would do this thing. They're actually fighting to get something in the Carabao Cup. That has never happened before. Something has changed. Something has actually changed, because Pep Guardiola at the end of the day is always celebrating that he has a cup, because he always knew that he was getting the FA Cup and the what is the other cup? The Carabao Cup. And even if he doesn't get the Premier League or the Champions League, he celebrates upon those two. And guess what? What is happening this season? This other big clubs, they are going after all those things as well. Manchester United, they are making sure that they go after it with their second team as much as they put the biggest players to threaten and get something. And Liverpool, after the game that they had and what we are going to see tomorrow against Arsenal, if they lose, okay. But if they win, it shows that also they are going after the cup. Looking at also Chelsea and Arsenal, they all want that. Arsenal did show that last season when they went after the FA Cup and they won, and the whole season was finished. And the Arsenal were one of the teams that had actually achieved something in the Premier League season, because they had won a trophy. Along Manchester City took a Carabao Cup and Liverpool took the Premier League Cup. Yes, but that's just a story. But I'm telling you, all the big teams are going after something now. They want to go after each and every property that is there out there, because most of the fans, as much as you respect the improvements of the play of the team and whatever you say, what also impresses you is when your team gets silverware. And Carabao Cup might be a small silverware, but at least it's a silverware and it's a start, and you celebrate upon that. So that's what is happening now these days. So I don't know. Let me hear from you guys. How do you expect, and what are you expecting from your team? I did talk about Chelsea. I did talk about what, and I have to say, Frank Lampard's team is going to change. It just needs more time. You need to trust it and believe that they will do so well. So give it time and you see the results you're expecting. That is to the Chelsea fans. But at the same time, Lampard needs to use his brain for once. Please give the little kid rest. Don't be using, what is his name? What do you call him? Oh my god, the small kid, I was just talking about him. You can't be using Mount each and every time of the game. That doesn't work. That is not Premier League football that I know of. Really? Not really. I don't expect that. So I think he needs to give the little kid some time to actually rest and actually prepare for something. So that is for Lampard. I hope he rested the kid against, which team are they playing with on Sunday or Saturday? I don't know. Which time are they playing, Chelsea fans? Which game are you playing? I'll do check that one out when I'm now giving you my predictions, which have been going so wrong. Literally wrong, my predictions for this season, but I'll do so that time, guys. So we'll wait and see what happens here, guys, because that's all we're here for, to get excitement of the football and enjoy whatever that happens. That's the purpose of the Football Connect, to talk about football and tackle those small tactics and small things that people are not looking forward to. But congratulations to Tottenham. Let's see what happens in you, because you're only left with two games? Yes. No. They did play the first one and the second one. So, yes, they're left with... Because I think the first game they didn't play them because the other team made a lot of coronavirus cases. So that one, I think it forced the team to be disqualified. I think that's what happened. That's the only thing that makes sense. To be disqualified, and the Tottenham went to the next stage without actually playing. What a season you're having, Jose Mourinho. As much as you might say that you don't have players, good luck is following you. Isn't it? You might agree with me, Tottenham fans. I expect to hear from you in the comment section. But let's move on. The next game, let's talk about the next game that is there today. Brighton and Manchester United gets a rerun to this game. They get to redo this thing again. I did set a reminder already on the page. You can check that one. You can like and leave so that you don't miss what will be happening on the game, on the live watch along. I'll be covering the game as usual, like I always do each and every day. But Brighton were playing Manchester United in the Premier League, where Manchester United won. Oh, which reminds me, I need to show you something, guys. Something that I did see that Jose Mourinho did say. I was laughing a bit about it. I don't know. I think all the United fans did hear about that. Should I read it to you or maybe just show you? Let me see if I can show you right now. That's the best way I can do. Let me show you the thing so that you tell me what you think after you see the thing. It was Jose Mourinho who was taking it personal. Is it taking it personal, if I may say? I don't think I can call it taking it personal. He was saying he was saying his goodies. He was just making a joke out of everything, and he took a hit to Manchester United, which was crazy. I did put it on my status. I was laughing about it, so it's crazy. I want to show you what he said, but before we can continue about the game. So, Manchester United are playing Brighton today. Manchester City are playing Burnley today. Interesting games, you see. It's going to be an interesting game, I tell you. It's going to be an exciting game, by the way. That's what I expect. We wait to see what happens in the game, but we'll be talking about it like we always do, people, in the tomorrow. But we'll cover also the games as we have to. Let me see if the Newcastle game comes out. If it's coming out, I might do that one because it's starting at 6. Then we'll move on to the other games. Yeah, I still have the picture. Let me see if I'm able to show you so that you see it, what he was saying. An interesting thing. I actually was laughing, but at the same time agreeing with him. Okay, Jose Mourinho, are you gonna open or something? So this thing is moving, and some jokes that we hear as well. So let me put exactly into my page so that you see what I'm looking at here, guys. So this is what Jose Mourinho was saying. This came out. He said, Jose Mourinho, this is what I was saying. It's difficult to play against Manchester United. Remember, he knows that he's playing Manchester United during the weekend. I'm not saying they're a difficult team to play against, but it's difficult because even after 90 minutes, the ref can call you from your dressing room and tell you that he has decided to give Manchester United a penalty. So your goalkeeper must dress again and go face Bruno Fernandes. You can only celebrate when you get home, because if you are still around the stadium, it's possible they might get a penalty and score at full time. So that's a little dig and that's another dig to Frank Lampard as well. So you did see what I was talking about, right, people? That's what happened this week. We cannot deny that's what happened, and we have to move on from it. Manchester United got a penalty at the end of the game, and they did score, and they finished 3-2, which was just crazy. Bruno Fernandes, the only player to ever score after the full-time whistle. He broke the Premier League. He got some new cheat codes of the Premier League. I don't know how he did it. He should pass them to me a little bit. I'm making a dig as well. So let's talk about what happened. So what I was saying is this. Tottenham, the next game in the Premier League. Oh, I was talking about Manchester United. Oh my God, how did I lose focus on that? They are playing against, let me put the teams there so that you all see them. There are a lot of interesting games that have been played today, and I hope you guys, all of you, wherever you are excited of the game. And by the way, there's a big game today, a big one. Borussia Dortmund is playing against Bayern Munich. Did you hear me? Borussia Dortmund playing against Bayern Munich. That's a big one like this one. The biggest game of the day. I'll keep you updated with the results as the game goes on. It's starting at Yes, 8:30 on my time. It's half seven wherever they will be playing it. But in the Carabao Cup, like I was saying, and there are a lot of games that have been played today. Lazio is playing Atlanta. Okay, let me put this screen back for you to see what I'm looking at here, so that you get an idea of whatever I'm talking about. That's all I want you to do, so that you never miss out. If I keep saying things with you not seeing, it's not going to be okay. Real Madrid is playing Real Valladolid. Okay. Elba is playing HR. I think that's a new team. HD, all of them is playing against Atletico Madrid. I want to see what Suarez does in the game. That's going to be interesting. If there's any game that is bigger for you guys, tell me so that I focus on it rather than the other games. But I don't think that is going to happen. Let's continue. Oh, nice one. I have a game on Thursday. Let's see. And there's a game on Saturday. Yeah. We move on to Saturday. Crystal Palace. Oh, Chelsea are playing Crystal Palace. A team that has not yet been beaten. Is it? Oh, they were beaten by Everton, so they did lose. And Leeds United against Manchester United. Atletico Madrid versus Villarreal, I think I may say. Oh my God! Oh, Sunday, guys. Juventus and Napoli. Look at this. Oh, I think I'm gonna do this one. Thank God the time is favorable. Then I'll do this one. But this is a big game as well, guys. So I don't know which one am I gonna choose between these two, because I can do the watch along for both teams. I don't know. You tell me. I want you guys to vote. Which team game do you want to watch? Juventus versus Napoli or Barcelona versus this one? Which one do you want me to do a watch along over? You let me know in the comment section. Okay, let's move on to the Carabao Cup, because that's what we're talking about, remember? The games that are there today, and the biggest games to look out for. Newport, which I know nothing a lot about, is playing against Newcastle United. I think I can do the watch along for this one, because it's starting at 8 o'clock my time. No, at 6 o'clock. At 6:30. I'll just have to see what happens in terms of the timing and stuff. Then Burnley is playing Manchester City, and Brighton is playing Manchester United. All those are big games. But we all know, because of what we saw last Saturday, the Brighton United game is the biggest game that we can watch today. Everton is playing the Hammers today. Everton have been in a good game. We want to see what happens in them as well. So let me see which game do you want me to do. But I think I'm going to do in the evening. I'll be doing the Brighton versus Manchester United. Because as much as I want the Bayern Munich, I actually have nothing. My provider doesn't offer me the Bundesliga. So it's just a wish. Still not happening. And it's a Super Cup. Oh, German Super Cup. Interesting. We hope to see who wins. But like I said, I'm covering that game. That's what I'm saying right now. Okay. So those are the games that are yet to come, guys. I hope you are excited. We want to see what United and Brighton goes. The clash continues. Just 3 days away from each other, and they're facing each other again for the second time. So that is going to be exciting, and everyone wants to see that. We want to see the excitement of the game. That's what I'm just saying. We want to see the excitement of the game. You agree with me. I know you do. So let's move on. What else do we have to focus on now? I think we have already said all that we had to say, and we have already covered all that we needed to cover. Now we just wait for the games. I think I'll be coming back. What time is it right now? It's around 3 o'clock. I think at 4 o'clock in my timeline, I'm setting a reminder. I'll be coming back to give you the news all over the world and the transfer news as it continues. Reminder, Rose Barkley is no longer a Chelsea United. I always like to call Chelsea United, but a Chelsea FC player. That is the update that we have for you guys. Tell me what you think. Your comments on the section below. You start posting your thoughts and your whatever you're expecting in the reminder that I'm setting, guys. I'll be back an hour from now on to continue with the news and the transfer news, like I always bring it, because the Football Connect is here to give you each and every news that is happening around the world. I hope you are excited, and we need to start. I think tomorrow, that's when I'm gonna do the build up to the new week, which is week 4 of Premier League, where we have some interesting mouth-watering games, like for example the Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. That's an interesting game. We want to see how they respond after the West Brom game. Crystal Palace is a bigger team and can hurt you, Chelsea. I want to see how you'll respond to your last Premier League game. At the same time, the biggest game of them all, which is Tottenham versus Manchester United. Jose Mourinho versus his former employers. Who's winning that one? Start putting your predictions and on everything that you can put in the comment section. So guys, this has been the Football Connect, and I have been your host Sam, talking about the game that we watched in the Carabao Cup. As we continue again in the Carabao Cup, we'll meet again with another video. I hope you're excited for what is about to come. I'll be here. I hope you'll be there to watch it with me. Thank you very much for watching. We'll meet each other again later on during the day for other news.